right now, you might notice that you have some extra food that you know you're not going to eat and might possibly end up in the garbage. The same problem is happening in grocery stores and restaurants as people are becoming more obsessed with the aesthetic quality of food, causing a tremendous amount of food waste. In fact, the U.S. Department of Agriculture estimates that we waste about 40% of our food supply alone, which leads us to our problem. Food insecurity is the lack of consistent access to enough food for an active, healthy lifestyle. Some causes of food insecurity is high housing costs, natural disasters, unemployment rates, medical costs. And if you take a look at this map of Indiana, the lighter end shades indicate less food insecurity rates, and then the darker green indicate higher rates of food insecurity. We have about 1 million people suffering from food insecurity in Indiana, and if you take a look at that dot right there, that's actually Vanderburgh County, and you can see we are darker shades, so we do have a higher rate of food insecurity than other counties in Indiana, totaling about 30,000 people suffering from food insecurity. Which leads us to our problem, which is insufficient use of communication, connectivity, and organization of resources. We have over 20 food banks in the Evansville area that are trying to help, but with that, there's nothing connecting food insecure. There's nothing connecting restaurants and the food insecure people. More food banks in Evansville rely on donations from individuals. They rarely get donations from grocery stores and restaurants when grocery stores and restaurants have moved more food waste than individuals. There's no resource diverting food waste in Indiana like this, so we hope that we have a solution for that.
All right, so this is Rice Thornberry, and he is one of the team members at the Missions as a food rescue program in Evansville. And what he has helped us with is we went and talked to him and kind of gave us extra information that we wouldn't necessarily get from the internet and doing research. So he gave us more local and more tailored to what we were looking for, and helped us with a couple features with our app. So basically what our app is a middleman between stores and individuals, and as well as the food rescue programs. And the food rescue programs provide transportation, and so we're basically just the communication platform in between, and we help everybody kind of communicate in one place and make it super easy between everybody. So this is how our app would look. We've got two profiles. One would be the missions profile, so we're any store or food rescue program. And then we also have Susan, who is an individual. As you can see, it's Susan's profile. She has time, location, pickup, and then also a preference of special notes if you want somebody to just pick it up outside the door or ring the doorbell. And so this is one of our connections, a big thing for us. And then as you can see on missions, we've got Walmart and Susan, so missions can see how many requests that they have. And then during the processing, any missions or any food rescue program can look and see what requests they have, and they can approve, and then this special message will pop up. And then we also have the distribution is a big part that we are focusing on. So we have to have map and real-time location, and that's what our big thing is, to be distribution between both processes. Also, a list request. This is one of Rice Thornberry's, one of the things that he's helped us with. We have a list request over here that doesn't really change. It doesn't update within season. What we learned is there's some times in seasons where they need things versus where they don't, and it never really changes. And then on this second picture on the bottom, it says give foods. You click on that, and it really kind of just shorts out, and you can't really give any food, so it just shows you that list. But for our list request over here, it changes in real time, and you can see every time it updates and whenever they need it, and other different stores will have other options.
So I'm going to go into our industry trends, and the community food service industry is about a $12 billion industry, and that is growing at a rate of 2.6% annually. Technology is enabling food banks to become more efficient. Some drivers in this industry. Disposable income is projected to grow, which makes individuals more willing to donate, and as well as we have traceability, connectivity, and advertising through the internet, which is a big thing. We got satellites from circling the Earth, which can definitely increase our higher degree of accuracy with information, improve policy, improve data, and improve responses.
I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about value added, what our organization is going to bring that's different than what's already out there in the market. What we're really trying to create is a network for more efficient communication and connectivity. We're going to try to connect the individuals, the restaurants and the grocery stores to the soup kitchens, the missions, and the food banks that actually need the food that is being donated. And the organizations that are out there that are trying to do kind of what we're doing, they only really focus on connecting one or two of the organizations, and what we're trying to do is create a network so everybody is able to communicate within that network. Everything's going to be in real time, the locations and the quantities of the donations. And we're also going to keep records of the donations for tax purposes and write-offs. Our value proposition, Food Guardian is an app that works on increasing efficiencies for organizations that are working towards decreasing food insecurity. Our mission is to garner useful food and get it to the people in need, lessening food waste, and helping to provide real-time information in an effort to create a better network. And then I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the business model, and then Caitlin's going to take over. The customer segments, who we really want to reach, is the network that we're really trying to create, which is the food banks, the soup kitchens, and we're trying to connect them to the grocery stores, the restaurants, and the individuals that are donating the food.
Going into our key activities, our main key activity is definitely the creation and development of our app and maintaining tax records. We are going to be an Evansville-based nonprofit tax-exempt community, meaning that we wanted to be nonprofit so we can offer tax incentives to grocery stores, restaurants, and individuals who donate, making them more willing to want to donate. We're also, our key partners, we're talking to the missions. Right now they're going to be our main partner, as well as we were thinking maybe Veteran, Deaconess Hospital, Old National. They all have something to do with, they have to put stuff back into the community, something they're all about, like giving back into the community. Some of our key resources would be grants and donations, food pantries, and our technology platform. We've been talking to, thinking about maybe a possible grant, we're writing our own grant for some of our funding. And some of our costs and revenue right here. Some of our costs, our main cost is going to be administration expenses, but we are going to be paying the missions for their driving services, transportation, their gas and everything. Also our app development and all that right there, about $66,000 roughly for our costs right now. Revenues, we're hoping to get at least $10,000 in donations from our social platform or our app. Like, we're going to have an area in our app where you can just donate to us, or and all of our money goes to just creating the app and to the missions or other food banks in the area, like their services as well. Grants and then sponsors. And then we got this fundraising $40,000. That was just a number that we got from another app that was similar to us, but it's not based in Indiana, and that's totaling about $93,000. Our whole goal in this app is just to kind of direct our food waste into people in need. We want to start in Evansville, maybe move to Indiana, and then hopefully like